everybody, Dempsey here. And look, I don't generally get too political, but I feel like I have to speak out on this Amy Cony Barrett situation and give you all my thoughts. Now, I must admit, I knew nothing about her before. I just knew Democrats were up in arms about the appointment, but I didn't fully understand why people felt that way, other than perhaps they wanted to wait until after the election for any appointment to happen. So, without knowing much about her, I decided to do my own research to see what her history and her qualifications were for the job, and I thought I'd let you all know what I found. Now, first, she has spent virtually all of her professional life in academia. And until Trump nominated her to the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals in 2017, she had never been a judge, never worked in the government as a prosecutor, defense lawyer, solicitor general, or attorney general, or even served as counsel to any legislative body, the usual professional channels that Supreme Court nominees tend to hail from. Now, in addition to that, she almost has no experience practicing law whatsoever. A hole in her resume so glaring that during her 7th Circuit confirmation hearing in 2017, Democratic members of the Senate Judiciary Committee were dismayed that she couldn't even recall more than 3 cases she'd ever worked on during her brief 2 years in private practice, when it's common practice for nominees to be asked to provide details on 10, and she couldn't provide any on 3. What is going on here? This is a woman who has never tried a case to verdict, never argued an appeal in any court. She's never performed any notable pro bono work, or even during law school, which the ABA recommends that you do 50 hours a year. She didn't even do that. Oh, boy. Now, in addition to her seemingly glaring lack of qualifications for the job, which make her the least experienced nominee in 30 years, her views are also apparently far to the right of the average American. I don't understand any of this, really. Now, I'm going to give you a quote from an article I read, and it said, "Her elevation to the court will make that body even less representative of a complex and rapidly changing society. Judging is a political act. Supreme Court justices do not, as John Roberts famously insisted, merely call balls and strikes like neutral umpires. Instead, they impose their personal convictions on the country through rulings on questions that affect us all. Conservative judges tend to be less sympathetic to the relatively powerless, and this comes out in their rulings." Oh, boy. That doesn't sound good. Does that sound good to any of you? Now, look, if anyone looks at this objectively, how is this woman the best person for this job for all of America? And how is her total lack of experience not a major concern? And I'm not dissing her personally. I'm sure she's a very bright woman. But I really don't understand the support for her whatsoever. This is the highest court in the land. And there should be minimum standards and experience required to even be nominated. This woman would not meet that criteria in the least. What is going on here? Oh, boy. I am confused by all of this. Anybody want to challenge me on anything I said here? Am I off base? What's going on? We'd love to see your comments. All right. Bye for now.